Okay, so we are now these two Office Mix and SUE were without Office 365. These are services which are available. Now we will move to Office 365. So for going to Office 365, you can stand up a trial tenant which you can use for demonstration from using the process I'm going to explain you now. Same thing again, if you like, please follow me along on this process. Okay. Now, when you click on this link, can you see my mouse website which looks like on the right side? And then you can say get started for free. Once you do that, you will get this page on the right. So I've made a composite image here. These are basically two pages, but I've combined them, which will take some information like which country are you located in. It will take your name, business information, and then it will move on to this particular page where you will choose a username, a domain name. So in this case, it says your company, right? Username, your company. So let's say you're going to school one. It might be school1.onmicrosoft.com. Okay. Then you will choose a password. And after the password choosing, you will say create the account at the bottom of the page. Once you do that, it will ask you your phone number to either call you or to text you. And give it the phone number, receive the text code, and once you put it, you have proved you are not a robot, and the Office 365 provisioning will progress. Okay. Next, it will take a few minutes in the next third screen. Sorry, not this one. And then after that, it will say, okay, you are ready to go. Once it says that, it will come to this screen where this trial tenant, which I'm showing you to stand up, is for 30 days free. After that, for education, qualified education customers, it is free. And how they express their qualified education customer is by putting their domain here, their .edu.sl domain. Okay. Now, in the interim trial period, you could say I will verify later and then proceed ahead. So I will do that at the moment. One word about approaching the customer. So when we go to the customer, look for the need that, let's say a teacher is complaining, my students don't organize their work. They are always late. I have to keep telling them what to do, what not to do, where is other things. So this is a clear sign that they need to organize their tasks and work. Similar thing you could be hearing from a head teacher, a dean or a principal, that my teachers are not very well organized. If you hear that, among many others, this could be a good indication to actually say that, hey, Mr. Customer, should we look at MS, that is Office 365 Planner, which is included in the free online services for you as a qualified customer. So that's the one possible lead-in I would like to share with you, right? Now I'm moving on to my demo tenant. So this is what is referred to as waffle or icon tray or app tray. So on the app tray, here is planner. We go in, we click this, we come into this, and this is the planner screen. Now two type of things show up here. One is a big icon on the top left. That is basically a favorite plan view. So looking at this screen of the planner, on the left side, you have the list of different things. So in my case, I just open up and tell me if it looks okay. It will give the command to start a new plan on top left, which is what we're going to use now in a few minutes. And then it will show me the planner hub. The planner hub is basically what you are seeing at this moment. The top view, the bird's eye view of your plans and tasks. Then it shows, of course, this duck here is my icon, my demo icon. My demo face is the duck, the yellow duck, okay? And I have 3 tasks allocated to me. We'll go and see where these tasks are coming from. I have 2 types of plans. I have a favorite plan. Typically, favorite plan is a plan which is in front of you right now. You're working on it. And it doesn't have to be one. You may have a few favorite plans if you are working on many projects, many assignments at the same time. Then you may have other plans which are not at the moment in the forefront, but are in the background. Okay, that might be the end of the term plan or task or some assignment that has to be submitted at the end of the semester. So maybe that is the one. So you see, I have here a lot of plans. I'm a very, very busy student. Okay. I have a science fair day plan. I have a lot. I'm a very, very busy and very hardworking student. Now let's get back to the favorite plan. The plan you want to focus on is the math project in this example. When you click on it, the plan opens up. Tell me when you can see my screen. On the top, initiate, authoring, review and submission, etc., etc., are task group, or you can call them buckets. I'm sure some of you in the room there are project managers or have managed projects. So you will be familiar with the term work packages, right? Project managers, if they have 50 tasks to be done by their team, they will not look at the 50 tasks as one or equal. They will group them into phases, stages, or whatever term you like. I'm using bucket here, right? So in this example, a math assignment is being produced by a group of students, okay? And first part of it is to initiate. They have to collect material on their topic. And the topic is maths in nature. You look around yourself, you find mathematical patterns, right? So that's what they're researching on. So first, they are collecting the material. So this first task, again, I'm moving the mouse. I don't know if you're able to see the mouse movement, but the first tile with the lovely yellow flower is the collect research material task. Are you okay with me?
Yeah.
Now let me click on that tile and it opens up a big box, very big box. Let's go through the box one by one slowly. Now this task has been assigned to George Mitchell, my demo identity. Okay, I can put somebody else. So when I click on it, plus I automatically get the identities that are in tenant. Now since the demo tenants I've given you also have these identities, when you try out Planner, it will not be blank. It will show you these identities. Okay. Now you can also say which bucket this task belongs to. Right now I have put it for initiate, but if you change, it will jump and go to the other bucket. You can put the status of the task. Is it not started? Is it progress or completed? So in my case, I'm saying it is in progress. Then the start date, there's an end date. The due date was supposed to be 10th of September. And today is 30th of September. So if I put it in progress, it is late, isn't it? So that's why in the top screen, in this preview icon, on the left under the flower, it shows a red color. Okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you can connect the task with objects. A task may relate to files, documents, videos, pictures, right? So you can attach from here and you can pull it from SharePoint. You can upload a file, and uploading a file can happen from the local drive. It can happen from OneDrive. You can also link to information in the web. So in this example, I've linked it to Wikipedia page, patterns in nature. Let's move on. Okay. Now the task can also be broken into subtasks, and here you can actually show all that in the preview. So the next task, curate the content. So for my research project, we are collecting the material. We are late. George is driving that project. A lot of pressure on him, believe me, right? And after whatever material is already created, we are curating. Curating means we are cataloging it, we are arranging it in a certain pattern, right? And in that, you see here, the subtasks are showing on the tile itself. So you can do that, and Mike is doing that task. The next bucket is again similarly authoring. So there is going to be a team storming, there's going to be a first draft, there's going to be a second draft, then there will be review and submission, and so on. So I will not go through all the tasks, but I want to show you that this flow of tasks, task packages or activity packages, activities can be put inside, changed very easily, right? So once you lay that out, you can monitor or look at them. So here I can group them by bucket, which is the view you are seeing. Now I'm going to change the view and say, show me the progress. Now it will group those tasks together by not started. See, most of them are not started. Assigned to. Let's see who has got task. There is no unassigned task. I just want to make sure you're seeing that screen. There are no unassigned tasks. I have 2 tasks. Okay, peer review and close dinner. So I have to organize a dinner. George has 1. Joe has 1, 2, 3. John Smith has 2 and Michael has 1, right? So this view tells you who is doing what. You can also have a chart view. Now in the chart view, it gives you an overview. There are total 12 tasks, out of which 9 have not started, 1 is late, 2 are in progress, 1 is completed. Okay, and look who is doing the tasks are also shown. Harry and Elizabeth don't have any tasks assigned. If you click on any of these bars, it will show you those tasks. So here are the 3 tasks that Joe is supposed to be doing. George is late, so this is an interesting the task of it. So you can come and click here quickly and find out. Okay, let's take this same task. Let me know if you can see my screen. I am on the board view, and I'm going to the big flower task. Can you see me? So I'm going to add a member to this, right? And I'm going to say Elizabeth. Yes, you're right. So when you assign it, replaces and changes it to only Elizabeth from George. So you are right. Absolutely right. Okay. So just keep in mind, this is not a project management software. If you need to really work in that manner, then you have to use MS Project or MS Project Online. This is a quick way of organizing your tasks and activities. Okay?
Yeah.
So far so good? Okay, let's put this back, close. Now I want to show you one more thing. Whenever anybody starts a task, and we will start a new task, a new plan ourselves, Office 365 will create conversations, which means basically a mailbox. It will create a task mailbox which everybody will have access to. So anybody who writes to this, for example, in this particular task, do you see there's a conversation down below here? John Smith is saying, I have worked in getting clearance from, first Elizabeth is saying, please let me know where we are stuck in getting copyright related clearance. I could help on 11th of September, 6:45. And then John has responded and saying he has experience, he can help. So this conversation is kept for everybody to view. Okay? So if I go to conversations, it is basically a common email box for that particular plan. And all the conversations, you see here, this conversation which you saw in the task pane, in the dialog box or the box for the task open. can be actually seen here. So they don't have to send mails to each other to coordinate the working of the project. It's a huge advantage, because otherwise they will be sending mails to each other individually or group to coordinate and exchange information. But here, the moment they go to the conversation, they see all the conversations that are happening. This is a big advantage which you should highlight to the customer. Similarly, there is a common calendar. So we know in Office 365, every user who has identity has a calendar, correct?
Yeah.
Office 365 Planner creates a calendar for every project created. Okay, so this is the group calendar. Again, tell me when you can see it. It's building on my screen now. So this calendar on the top doesn't say an individual name, but it says math project. So any activities that are done or planned on this will be seen by all the members of math project automatically. Right? Make sense? Similarly, files is basically OneDrive for business. So they get another box on OneDrive for business, which means another 1 terabyte of information capacity available. That is a huge attraction. You should talk about that to the customer. One notebook, it creates a OneNote. It creates a team OneNote, not the individual person's OneNote. Okay? So look at the top. Can you see the OneNote on the screen now?
Yeah.
And on the top, can you see it says Math Project Notebook? So in that, it is very important and very useful for us to drive consumption. Microsoft is very keen in pushing consumption. Anything that touches OneDrive, OneNote is very, very important in helping us measure and see that customers are using our cloud service. Okay, so it is very beneficial for the customer. Of course, point taken, this is not a full-fledged project management software. Okay, but a student planning his activities or teacher planning his activities does not need to spend time on a full-fledged project management software. So that space is where MS Planner sits. I am going to create a new plan. If you can see my screen, I've already pressed the new plan button. Please give me a feedback if you don't see it, okay? My test plan, or let's say this is my history assignment now. Okay, I'm waiting for the create the plan. So it's creating the plan now, which means it is provisioning all the things. It is provisioning a conversation. It is provisioning a OneDrive for business area for me. It is provisioning the OneNote, right? And now it has named it HA and it is blank. I can start putting the buckets. The bucket is as easy as just clicking on the plus sign. Putting another bucket here, which is my presentation sources. Now here I'm doing slightly differently. SOURCS. Here I'm doing slightly differently. I'm creating bucket for. Oops, sorry, I had to say return sources, people. So even though it's planner, you don't have to think project every time. You could be bucketing things in a different manner. So here for my history assignment, I am looking to have bucket names like sources, people, and what else? Presentations made on this topic on which I'm going to do my history assignment. Then I just click on the plus and I can enter a task. My first task under presentation is the frame, the template. What is the template for the presentation of the assignment? Okay, to find and finalize that. I can set a date. I can add assignment. I can assign it to myself. Yes, I can do that. Type email message. If I put something else, see, I have. Do you see my screen now? Add assignment. I entered a partial name Geo, and it suggested George Mitchell, which is one of the identities in the demo. In the resource page of the deck, I have also put one video about 5 minutes that shows how to use the planner. But really, there are a huge different number of ways you can use planner. So again, my suggestion is take it to customer, explain them what it can do, and then see how they take it up. I mean, students, teachers, they are all very creative, and you will find a lot of uses they will do for this. We won't even have thought about. So today, I didn't want to go any more deeper in planner. I hope that is okay. This can be used by anybody. I mean, students get thrown at them many activities at the same time, right? Related to academics, extracurricular, different subjects. So we need to think and project to the teacher and people who select technology in schools, select methods and ways which they will introduce in their school, that this is a way of organizing things. And when you demo to them, use the same technique, become a student, become a teacher for that 10 minutes, for that 15 minutes, and say how it is done. Because if you go in a very formal project of planner mindset and language, you may get told that this can only be used by 10 office staff of 1,000 people school. We don't want it. We want this planner to be used by 900 people in that school.